Welcome to Rich Conversations. This is another one of our rich reflections where we're going to take about 30 to 50 minutes out of our day to simply just think more intentionally about our own life so that we can be clearer in the direction we want to go and we can go full throttle in that direction because of that. So we're going to start this session how we do every session, and that is 5 minutes of breathing. So bear with me here. I'm just going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And all we're going to do is just breathe in and breathe out. Let's not overthink it. Let's just breathe. So just in and out. And try to sit up straight if you're able to. Like feet set on the floor. Or if you can cross your legs. I can't do that. My legs don't really stretch that way. If I did repeatedly, then maybe. But just breathe in and out. Count if that helps. But we want to be focusing on the breath. And if any thoughts come to mind, just simply let them pass. All right. So that was 5 minutes of breathing. How do you feel? Do you feel a little better? Oftentimes that's something I suggest to people who are seemingly overwhelmed or have a lot going on. I just simply ask, hey, like, have you taken some time to just sit and breathe? Just breathe in, breathe out. Usually they don't. So then I'll walk them through it. Hey, doesn't it feel good? It felt good, right? All right. You know what? I left my notebook in the other room, so I'm going to go get it. Grab your notebook or something to type with, or if you just want to be present and just think about these questions, please do so. The first question, as always, is what are we grateful for? Start with patience and gratitude. Okay. Yeah, patience and gratitude. What is this, 61? I don't know. What are we grateful for? There's so many things to be grateful for. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about health and youth. My brother and I, on one of these warm spring days, we were out shooting basketball, and we have this like 10-foot hoop, and then we have a 8-foot hoop. And on the 8-foot hoop, we used to play on it when he was like really little, me and him. And we were talking about like aging and getting a little older. And I told him, like, I feel great overall, but I like stretch more. And like, there's just little things that I just got to be more aware of. But to best describe it, I said to him, I used to, when there was like a stray basketball, shooting on the 10-foot hoop, going to the 8-foot hoop, I used to just throw it down on the 8-foot hoop every single time. And now I simply just do a finger roll. So that I don't like pull anything or like I don't strain myself. That's the difference. That's the difference in just, I would say, like 5 years. And like that transition. Still moving good. Still like everything's all good. But just like we're not throwing it down. Every now and then we will, for sure. And we can. But we just, we're thinking more longevity rather than direct impact. So what's something you've noticed about your health? Or something you want to be more aware of with your health, whether it is exercises, whether it's like things you've become aware that your body is telling you. And it could be kind of anything. Yeah. I'm really grateful right now. I'm really like surpassed a limit or a milestone or like a threshold. A threshold, that's probably the appropriate term of like what's possible. Not that it was impossible, but like now we've done it. Like last week I published 3 books. So Mexico City Merriness and London Happening. These are the last 2 of this initial Nuance and Notes book series. And they are like self-help books with art from different urban settings, different cities. And I think self-help books have too many words in them. And so really, the messages are often not clear because there's so much clutter. And I think all the words really do a disservice to someone who wants to really better their life, transform their life. There's too many words. So here, it's real simple. 1 or 2 lines, do this stuff, and there's a theme to every book. So Merriness, it's for those who want to live more with joy. London Happening, for people who want to make life happen. So they all have different themes, and just practice what's in here, and you'll be good. It's not complicated. Like improving your life is not complicated, and I think right now what's on the market for self-help, it could be better, and it could be easier for more people to understand. The third one is The Great Gatsby, Rich Edition. I'm so proud of our team, the talent of people that we've come together and collaborated and really put together our minds and our skills. It's so beautiful, and this is the first of what I intend to be a whole collection of public domain books, classics, Rich Edition classics. And we have this color because it's one of my favorite colors. It's one of the like 4 colors that I wear. Dang, so sexy. It's amazing. Like holding it, I don't know. I don't get too like excited anymore because it's just like what I do, what we do, and but that's cool. Those 3 books, and so now my mind is just pushing. What can we do next? How can I express creativity and originality next? The next project. So, what's something like that for you? What limits or boundaries have we surpassed in our mind? We're just going at lightning speed, and I'm so energized. There's no gatekeeper. There's no one telling me no. It's just like, we're going to put our ideas out there. We're going to go for it. It's so funny to me. how far you can just go. I feel so free. I feel so free. When was the last time you felt free? It's so energizing to just like think about the next day. And we're doing what we love and what we want to be doing. And like we're going at such a fast rate that we don't even think about that most don't go at this speed. Because they're basing their output or their creativity on what is normal or the average. You know, how long does it really take to create a book? Well, traditional publishers take a year. Well, depending on what book it is or what kind of book, but it's like a long process. Why? Why? Because that's how they've always done it. They're not hungry. They're not innovative in terms of creating new ideas, new markets. They're just putting out the same recycled material. Like a self-help book, it looks like this. A business book, it looks like this. A poetry book, it looks like this. I'm saying nothing has to look like anything. The only way it's revealed is by like showing it and doing it. And it's been, I feel really free right now. And we just finished the first kind of initial set of nuance and notes. So there's 8 cities: Chicago, Paris, New York, Los Angeles, Miami, Milwaukee, Mexico City, and London. Great cities. And I pitched this idea to a whole bunch of people. What was it? Maybe like 100 people? And I was just ignored. Every now and then I would get an email with a rejection saying, oh, this project isn't for me. And maybe it was like 7 emailed me back. No, maybe a little more, maybe like 10. But you know what? If you don't want to do it, if you don't want to help me do it, I'm just going to do it my way. And find other people who are energized by these projects. And look, we didn't need those other people. We did it together, ourselves. And I'm really proud of that. Dang, these are so sexy. What are you most proud of recently? And then another question, what's going right for you and for life? Like, think about what's working, what's going right in, your vision, your direction you're heading, what are some experiences and some like what's evidence of things going right? So I'm transitioning from the Nuance and Notes series, taking a break from that, and then I think in the fall I'm going to release second volumes of Chicago, Paris, New York, and Miami. But different kinds of photos. And now I'm doing a new book series, but with a friend, Tim Hayden, who's from inner city Los Angeles, and I'm from, farm in rural America, and we're going to take on philosophical questions in kind of themes. The first one being like core values and beliefs, and we're each going to take these big questions and each answer them, and then put them together. And the other ones in this series, it's going to be like a 4-book series: core beliefs and values, mind and consciousness, humanity and society, and self-growth. And so Tim has been, he's gotten a jump on it, because I told him too, I was like, I got to finish publishing these other projects before I like really sit down and focus on this. So he's been sending me the questions that he's going to answer, and he's already written three or four, and they're really good. They're like, we're aiming for like 700 words, 700 to like 1,000 words each. And it's cool to me to like start a new project, and especially to collaborate with somebody directly. It's kind of like, we've been going so fast. I'm taking a breath right now, and then just like the newness of it is kind of like a shot in the arm and some adrenaline. And I'm working on a vinyl records book, and I just keep learning new things. So what's something new that we're learning right now? And what I'm energized for is to learn how to publish a hardcover book. Because then that opens up even more possibilities. It's like each book we publish, we're just expanding our perspective and horizon, raising our ceiling of what is possible, what we can do. So working with Tim on that project, and going to start working with a poet and working with her material, and help put that out. And the vinyl records, I'm so excited for that. We're going to take my vinyl record collection, which is like 150 records, give or so, and create like a hardcover kind of coffee table book with them, and have like a blurb about the significance of each album, culturally, music history wise, but also just a little bit about like why it's significant to me. And I can't wait to start, but I got to finish some of these logistics. So, what are some small things that we don't love doing, but is that bridge to what we want to be doing and love doing? So think of it as like two cliffs and there's a canyon, and you're here working on stuff, but you're really energized to get over here, and you're ready to get there. The issue is you have to cross this bridge, and like in like cartoons, you have this like rickety old kind of like rope, some like boards and some rope, and you look down. Ooh, whew. But you have to cross the bridge before you can get over there and start working on this stuff. And so that's what the next few days are going to be. And then next week, I'm going to be working on that. I might cheat a little bit. I might just start like later at night or downtime. Yeah. So what are some small things that are like the bridge to that you have to that act as the bridge to where you want to go next? What are the small kind of logistical detailed things? I was just thinking about this when we started. Today in this session. We're on like Rich Reflection 61. We can take some of these questions and then just put them in as like a journal and release them. Yeah, things are well. Let's take a moment and think about our personal life. Where can we improve? Like what's one aspect of our personal life that kind of has been bothering us in terms of we're not putting enough effort into it. And because of that, we're getting, X result. But we know if we gave it a little more attention and effort, that result would change, because we're thinking about the end result. What are the inputs to create that output? What's something we love about where we live? Now let's zoom out a little bit, or maybe it's zooming in internally. What's something we really love about our life right now? Something we appreciate, something we experience regularly in our lives and that we enjoy. Where we're at in life, like what are some aspects we enjoy of it? Like like going to class and seeing friends, but even more specifically, what friend? Do you like your walk to class? What's on that walk, on that path that you just kind of notice, and it kind of just makes you smile. Maybe you had a kid and you're raising, a toddler. Like, what are some moments that you appreciate and like just things in life? These are just two examples, but wherever you're at in life, what are some aspects of it that you appreciate and are enjoying? All right. Final question. It's what we always end with, and that's, what are we energized for in the next week? It's always good to, just like have something that gives us a little bit of that boost, right? A little bit of that just energy. That takes us from where we're at to like an elevated, makes us feel alive. I think that's really important, like feeling alive, doing things that help us feel alive. It's important. Do those things. Be with those people who make us feel alive. Thank you for being here today. This was another Rich Reflections. And go out and like practice the small things, the little details. Because they serve as the bridge to where we want to go. So thank you again. Grateful to be here, to be doing this, and to be together. So go out there and inspire the future.